Yes. Cool. And then let's set up. Alright, let me turn off all the Cult of the Lamb redeems. Do a drawing stream. Drawing solo. Okay, cool. Why does it look messed up though? Go here. Oh, it's because it's there. Hey, Red Vessel is first. Hello, Red Vessel. Oh, that's my bad. That's my Discord. Ignore that, please. Hold on. Me again. My bad. Alright, it's off now. Hey. Okay. Howdy. There's 2 resources I need to give you, Bread Vessel, for Blender, that I hope would be useful. I just forgot to do them before stream. I will give them to you tomorrow. I've been excited to see how many people have been trying 3D stuff lately. It's really cool to see. I'm really looking forward to being able to like be in a voice call with a lot of people and just have people understand what I'm talking about. You know? Let me close this. I got chapstick in my eye. Not just any chapstick. Peppermint. That stings, man. I'm okay though. So it's a weird predicament, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Alright. So, a bunch of things happened today. Some fun, some odd, some not as fun. But definitely all interesting. So, I got into work today. And I gotta clock in with the cards, because of course it's such an old system. And on the cards, you put your name and your ID number and stuff, and I'm going through the board that holds all the cards, and I'm looking for my card, and I'm like, I don't see it. And my mom and I sometimes work in the same building, and typically I usually put it just right next to hers, and I see hers. I'm like, alright, where's mine? And so I'm looking there for like 5 solid minutes, not realizing the time was passing as much as it was. And I go to them behind the desk. I go, I can't find my card. Like, did we do like new cards? Like, I see my mom's here, but I don't see mine. Like, what's going on? She's like, are you sure it's not there? And I'm like, I mean, I looked all over the place, and it's not in the... And literally, as I'm speaking, after having looked for a solid freaking 5 minutes, I go to the spot where I expected my name to be, the slot right underneath my mom's, right? And lo and behold, there is not 1 card in that slot, but 2. Somebody had put their card over mine. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. So I wasn't able to see my name because some bloke put their card in front of mine. And so I was like 2 minutes late. It looked like I clocked in 2 minutes late. And I'm like, oh god, no, I'm late. Crud. And she's like, alright, you know what? I watched you stand there looking for it. I'm like, no, don't worry, we'll take care of it. I was like, okay, thank you. Oh. So yeah. Aside from that, yesterday, a whole bunch of the kids were, dressed up all fancy for Lunar New Year. So that's really cool. And from the offhand things said today or yesterday was because of my hair is not long anymore. It used to be super duper long. My hair is not long anymore. I love bobs. They look really cool. So I have my hair in a bob, right? And I guess the kid just wasn't used to shorter hair, but he's like, comes up to me, right, and tugs at my sleeve. He's like, "Are you a boy?" And I'm like, What makes you think that? He's just like, your hair is short. Like, no, that's just the way I like it. I was like, man. And then today, I took out a group. I was co-teaching. I took out a group to do, we're doing area models for multiplication, which is actually, honestly, my new favorite way of doing multiplication. I learned a thing at school today. I never took area models seriously, but being able to break down each individual part into, like, boxes, like, it takes up so much space, but it's a very nice way of being able to visualize every individual partial piece of the product. It's called partial product, apparently. It was nice just being able to see everything. So honestly, it was a very easy day. I was co-teaching the entire day. I believe I'm gonna have the same class tomorrow, so it should hopefully be very easy again. But I was actually talking to one of the teachers about, like, internet safety and stuff. I'm like, these kids, I'm so upset. Like, the kids can get off track so easily, and, like, while there are methods where they can, like, see every student's screen, it's like, you have to either be watching that 24/7, right? Or you have to just hope that the students are going to act in good faith and not, get distracted constantly. Unfortunately, going around the room as I do, I very often catch kids not doing the right thing. But I don't even blame them looking at some of the stuff that's going on sometimes, because they'll be supposed to be watching, like, a documentary or something on YouTube, right? And I'm sorry, if they don't have theater mode on, if they don't have full screen mode on, they're supposed to be watching a video on, I don't know, like, Northern Lights, right? And just on the side, there's Minecraft, Bed Wars, Roblox, how I won the video game, and it's like, dude, how are you supposed to not get distracted? Like, why are those on the recommended even? Like, they're not supposed to be watching that kind of stuff. Like, how did it even get there? Right? Like, it's a constant distraction. Not only that, but I was about to, like, yell at a kid for being off topic, and I realized they were on topic, but what I was going to yell at them about was, on the top of that page, was something like, free Robux, click here to get your free Robux. And I was like, oh my god. That's like somebody, like, dangling in front of me constantly, free Primo Gems. It's like, it's their equivalent. And they're kids. Marketing like this is just, like, freaking insidious. Like, how do you sleep at night knowing you marketed to a child who literally has barely any, like, is still building, like, the critical thinking and reasoning skills that are gonna allow them to, like, navigate the world? You're preying on that age group by saying, hey, click here to get your free Robux. It's like, first of all, whenever you see free, it's like, wow, yeah, that can't. What? No. But I just can't believe the amount of interference that these kids have to put up with. They shouldn't have to deal with this. Like, I don't understand why the Department of Education doesn't automatically have, like, special accommodations for, like, no ads are allowed to be shown on DOE computers. Or why isn't, like, ad block installed, like, by default on every single computer? Why is it that constantly I'm seeing ads that are not just, like, ads, like, right? Because, like, ads are already bad to begin with in an educational setting, because it's literally distraction away from whatever it is that's supposed to be being taught, because the advertiser's obviously trying to pull attention to what they're trying to sell. but that distracts from what's supposed to be happening in a place of learning, right? So not only are there ads, but sometimes the ads are completely inappropriate for the age group, right? Because they'll be trying to show like a streaming service, right? And like a streaming service is obviously going to show like footage from all their best movies. And I'm sorry, but Deadpool isn't something you show to kids. I'm sorry. Like, anime advertisements, a lot of them, not something you want to show to kids. Right? And like, I get it. You want to try and sell your product. But for school and school computers, I'm just absolutely like I have no words. I don't understand how ads can be allowed on these things. It doesn't make any sense. And the funnier part is that a lot of schools use Google Chrome for their for their browser. And you'd think, oh, just install an ad blocker. Like, if it's not already there, you just install the ad blocker. Funniest freaking thing is if you go specifically to the Chrome extension website, right? And I was like, okay. For the teacher specifically, I was like, hey, you want an ad blocker on your computer? I can get you an ad blocker. And she's like, yeah, sure. That way the kids don't have to, see, like, the ad before they have to, like, watch the educational videos. They don't have to get distracted, right? I was like, let me install it. And I go to the Google Chrome extension website. I find, like, the one I use is uBlock Origin, because that one's been pretty reliable. It was blocked. 90% of the ad blockers on the extension website were blocked. And it's not like these were like shady, like, oh, don't, like, click here for free product or click here for totally not spyware stuff. Like, no, this is like basic ad block plugins. And like so many, like, just everything was blocked. And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, huh? I'm actually just at a loss. I'm at a loss. YouTube ads are evil. They definitely feel like it. And yeah, YouTube does not like ad block. Nobody likes ad block. YouTube's been trying to find like ways to like quote unquote fix it, to get around the ad block. But as they evolve, so are the ad blockers. So I very much respect all the people behind them. In a world where like literally you're constantly a product, having advertisements constantly pushed onto you is just another blow that I really don't feel like I appreciate. And I'm like, I'm just going to take the ad blocker. I don't actually care. Because these companies are making so much money and getting away with so many, like, data breaches and just invasions of privacy and whatever. Like, I would feel bad for you if you made yourself actually moral, but unfortunately they get zero sympathy for me because they're making money hand over fist and don't do anything to actually make the experience better for their user beyond what is necessary to maintain them, for the sake of just like, oh yeah, we don't have any competition and we offer the bare minimum, so like, here you go, you're stuck with us, yippee, suffer. Yeah. The ones that use songs that get stuck in your head are the worst. Yeah, the earworms. Honestly, I really don't like the ones that prey on like unhealthy, negative behavioral patterns. So like fear of missing out. I don't like those. I don't like the ones that like make it like a heightened sense of, oh, you're at risk if you don't do this. It's like, you'll contract a waterborne disease if you don't buy our super cheap, totally legit water filtration thing. Like, you're gonna get a disease. Like, I don't like that like fake sense of urgency, emergency, like catastrophizing. I say I love marketing, but very honestly, so many ways you can market are just very insidious, in that when you're trying to sell something, you have to actively make somebody feel like they want your product. And when you make a product that literally nobody really actually needs, that you're really just looking for a money grab, right? That it's just, if it's that hard to sell, you know, like, you shouldn't be trying to sell it. Like, I know that sometimes it's like, well, sometimes it's hard to see when a product could be useful, right? But really, you gotta remember, all an advertisement's job should be to do is let the customer know your product exists, let them know what it does and how they can use it, and how much it costs. You should not be trying to manipulate them, right? But, like, it's just constant, right? And I just feel like, especially, like, kids should not be exposed to this level of manipulation, not so, like, early into them. Just, like, these kids can barely do multiplication. Dude, I don't think they're ready for the level of gaslighting and like, persuasion and, like, insane mental gymnastics that these companies do in order to, like, down to a science, figure out how to make you buy a thing, even if you don't really think you're gonna want it, you know? Anyway, I can move on over here. Hi. You like most music, which makes it work on you, and it's the worst. Yeah, you know what you could just do, though? You could listen to one of your favorite songs, one of your own earworms, and then usually they fight each other to the death in your brain, and then it's better. Yeah. Hi, Mako. Gymnastics is fun. Gymnastics is fun. Mental gymnastics. When it comes to manipulation and gaslighting and creating a false sense of need, those mental gymnastics, not so much. Dude, Vance here, hi. Lutero's here, hi. Throwing things at me. Man. I got here my orange juice. Anyway, ads should not be targeted at kids, because kids are still developing a lot of their critical thinking and reasoning skills, and for an adult to be trying to manipulate a child into buying a product, that's just kind of messed up. And when it comes to marketing in general, I generally think that companies and corporations as a whole really need to start rethinking their goals. The goal should be less, how much money can I make out of this? And more, how can I use a product to do two things? Number one, make enough money so I can survive, first of all, and second of all, uphold the product and make sure I can make more of it. And number two, the product should actually serve the person in some way. Right? If your product is not doing anything to help a person, if it's leeching off of them, if it's not providing what it promises to provide for the cost that is put into it, I'm sorry, that's just taking advantage of people at that point, you know? So if you don't do those two things, your product's crud. You need to make enough money to make it work, but also you need to make a good product that actually does something for the person who's buying it. No parasitic jerk-like behavior, please. Thank you. You do trying to focus on the other music, but when you're trying to focus on something like a Blender video, the time you usually get the ads, sometimes have it off or so low that it gets you anyway. I'm trying to think of a good solution for that. Give me a sec to think on that. And there's people here now. Yeah, we're not as late as we usually are. I'm actually only 20 minutes late for once. Yeah, but money, exactly. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand where to draw that line, right? It's like, okay, I understand we need to make money, right? Because making money buys you food, buys you housing, right? Not only that, but money can buy you something nice to wear, something nice to eat, something not just food, but like, I don't know, like fancy food, dessert, stuff you don't really need, right? Money can buy you luxury stuff. It's nice to have. But you gotta think about... two things come to mind right now. Number one, how much do you really need? Like, if you were to say, hey, I want to set a budget for myself, right? And this budget would take care of everything I could possibly want. How much would it be? How much do you need? I feel like there's a point of diminishing return, like 100 gajillion zillion dollars. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Right? I mean, for mostly like yourself. There's so many billionaires, trillionaires, out there that could solve world hunger, that could, like, fund so much good research to make wonderful things happen. But they'd rather spend it on just what honestly seems like the most stupid stuff, and you wonder to yourself, like, why? What? It's like you're trying to become like a god. Like, you're forgetting you're a human being down here with the rest of us. Just because you have a little bit of extra dough doesn't mean that like grants you, like, divine status. You mess with that, like, eventually it's gonna catch up with us. It's really gonna catch up with us. And I say us because there's so many people that these effects are going to, like, ripple out and just cause, like, a chain-like effect. Because imagine there's, like, one millionaire, like, holding up half the economy. If that person dies, if that person decides, I'm going to be a terrible person and do all the wrong things, and they're holding up a significant part of our economy, what happens? What happens? And, like, naturally, it's not one person holding up half the economy, but it's still a very small amount of people compared to what it really should be in order for all of this wealth concentration to not happen. Because when that happens, they're the ones running the show. And when it's such a small handful of people with such a limited mindset, because everything kind of just works for them and everyone does what they want, that they don't have a good perspective on what it's like for everyone who doesn't have what they have, and who's gonna tell them no? Who's gonna tell them that they're wrong, right? Nobody. So you can't even, like, blame them. But because we have this problem, and because that gap is growing ever larger, it's just gonna get worse if we don't do anything about it, right? Bird Vessel, thank you for the hydrate. Yum, yum, yum. Wow. Hi, Press. But, unless anyone has any other points, I think I'm done yapping about that for now. Got that out of my system. I mark this off as done. And just as a disclaimer, y'all, I'm still sick. My mom actually went to urgent care because she was feeling kind of dizzy, and she got all checked out. Turns out we have a strand of COVID, not COVID-19, but makes a lot of sense why it's been holding on for so long. And I would not be surprised if I was not the only one, if that was just kind of going around the school, because I've been noticing like a lot of kids just kind of have this same cough, this same like sick energy. So I think it's just everywhere. Thank you. I appreciate that. As a result, a couple of the plans that I had for like singing and covers and stuff right now, all that might be delayed a significant amount, just because I want to make sure my voice is fully recovered before I go all out on any sort of musical endeavor. Yeah. Put on some other music. I need to create a separate playlist for like English songs, because I found a handful of English songs that I like. And I remember also somebody mentioning a little bit ago that if I was able to learn songs from Epic the Musical, that's a really good foundation for being able to sing well, sing with good intonation and pitch and stuff. So I've been looking into that a little bit. Hi Zap and hi Shane. Alright guys. I just be listening to one particular song as I go back into animation, because we're back here. I want to make sure that my liner is nice and like mapped out with my sketch, and then I'm gonna go over it and do like my aesthetic, actually complete polished line art. And then I'm gonna start coloring, and then once I'm done with coloring, I'm gonna do cell shading. And then once I do cell shading, I honestly don't think I'm gonna do anything with the render besides the cell shade, because it shouldn't be, it's not like a painting, so I don't think it'll look good even if it's brought too far with the render. So I'm just gonna make sure it's nice and simple. Put this here. Gotta turn on my timeline. There we go. I can see you. Hi Ragdoll, you recognize this one, yeah? Do you know the name of it? What's your name? You first, and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try, but two can play this game. By the way, I got super delayed on Revenge and Mako earlier. Ooh. What did you do? I gotta fix that part. I don't know how to do that one. Don't disappoint me. That one is pretty insane. It's like little chills. Don't disappoint me. Okay. Now listen to that again. And then I'll go back into my usual playlist. Oops. Create the greatest warrior, the best of skill, the best could kill. The old boy came just for the thrill. Da 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 da. One day, da 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 da. Got greater tomorrow. Da 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 da. He is the warrior of the mind. Be one day I'll teach him, and he can wield him out. He's the warrior of the mind. I like the little heartbeat sound. It goes. Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you. How can you see through my spell? Aha! I was lying, and you fell for my bluff. Then bite me, what's your name? You first, and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try, but two can play this game. Now don't be modest, I know you're a goddess. Let's be honest, you are Athena. Da 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 No. How's it? No, wait. How's it go? How's it go? Yeah. I gotta practice. You are a warrior of the mind. Yeah. Hey, it's around 2. What's up? Hey. I'm Gigi Man. Hey, that tune's familiar. Yeah. That's the only one I know from this musical. I'll go back to my usual playlist. Warrior of the mind. Yeah, I'm gonna take some time to practice it and actually get it right, like every time. Epic's a good musical, like it a lot. I really need to watch it. I've only heard like songs like offhand, so. And Flint is here. Hi. How are you? Doing okay? And Sci-Fi. Hey. You have almost every song memorized? Well, you're insane. That feels like Hamilton levels of dedication. Maybe honestly more, because I think honestly Epic just has a lot more tracks, right? If I recall correctly. Figured to jump on by, cause why not? Well, hi. How was your day? And Ross is, oh, hey, what's up? Did you, man, you learned that a radio station in America hosts a VTuber hour where they play VTuber? What? Really? You guys know what song they should put on. Right, you guys, who's gonna request it? You guys know what song to put on? Kudos if you would indulge me. Making red whistle. You've been following the musical since pretty early on. One of the songs near the middle happened to show up on your timeline while it was still unfinished. Really? Wait, did they like publicize the process of making it? Like, I saw a lot of things about the animation of it. Because I've seen like little animated bits of it, but I never knew like anything about like the actual performance of it. They stain the sidewalk drop by drop with gray. Oh, rain or shine, I'm by your side, so boy, won't you look my way? The weather forecast is calling for another cloudy day. Yeah, I gotta study the lyrics of the song proper. Actually, I completely botched part of it, but anyway. I like the lyrics. Probably not be active today, being dragged around in the sky, trying to pick between lantern night stuff. Yeah, have fun. George, the writer, basically posted snippets regularly and actually found almost all of the actors through TikTok. Wait. You know, honestly, finding actors based on who seems to actually like the premise of the show is probably one of the coolest things ever, honestly. That sounds so cool. Unfortunately, I kind of hate TikTok. because of all their privacy issues. Speaking of privacy issues, does anyone know what happened today? Just so everybody's informed and aware. Stain the sidewalk drop by drop with gray. Ooh, rain or shine, may by. Oh, vivid skies may pass me by, but even still I'll stay another cloudy day. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. And to get distracted 50 million times, because you know that's how it goes. The artists for the official animatics all started as fan artists. I mean, they are pretty darn cool tracks, but like that is so cool. That is so cool. Is the final thing like a live performance type thing, or is it like you know, like just an animation? I say just an animation. No, like I think that would be so cool if like it was actually. Oh, it's just all audio. Ooh. I like that because it like forces you to focus on the quality of the sound and words. Like having visuals to it is really nice too, but like as its original form, you know. Some people apparently moved to Upscrolled to replace TikTok. I've never heard of that before, but very interested. Depending on their privacy policies, I might have a new place to post. I've honestly been trying to find more places to try and like get out there, and it's been really hard because God, everybody wants your data. There's like no privacy. It's really bad. I'm really hoping like we get some legislation that will help protect people a little bit more, because it's actually freaking insane. I'm losing it, man. Unsure of how much traction it got. I'm definitely gonna have to go check it out. Is it something to do with Discord? Yes, it is. It is. Discord did the thing. Yep. And the official animatics definitely help. They're just sort of peppered in for the most part, though. I see. One day, we'll put it all together. Apparently, oh wait, let me see. Heard about a Discord thing because you run a server for your passion project and your friends are all worried about the new update that it's going to make it harder for you guys to communicate on Discord. Yeah, so, yeah, Ragdoll, you said it. Essentially, they're just trying to, a lot of governments are pushing for child safety regulations, and what this means is children are in adult spaces when they shouldn't be, right? And as a result, parents are complaining and the governments are saying, hey, we need to have things in place to stop kids from, being in these spaces. And the solution that they've introduced to do this is, well, we'll just scan your face, estimate your age, and if you look like an adult, you're fine. And if you're a kid, obviously we're going to put, restrictions on. Another alternative is using your ID. In theory, it sounds like a lovely idea, let's make sure children are protected by putting them in the appropriate age group with the appropriate, constraints and stuff. But what this does instead is it collects a tremendous amount of data. People's biometric information, their face data, right? And their IDs, so their government information, is being stored on these social media platforms as servers. And Discord posted something trying to reassure people that you don't have anything to worry about, we're not actually storing the data, whatever. Do not believe them for a second. These guys literally had a data breach for their UK version of this update not even a year ago. It's been less than a year. And we're going for round 2, guys. There are so many different ways to go about trying to figure out how to hack stuff, right? It's nearly impossible for them to be able to guarantee safety. But the fact that they're demanding this information anyway, when honestly parents really should just be monitoring their own kids' media intake. Can you just make sure what you're putting in front of your kids is something that you actually want in front of your kids? Instead of, forcing these companies to do that policing for you. Because every family is going to be different, right? Some families are going to think certain media is okay. Some families are going to be like, that's hella inappropriate. Absolutely not. Right? I know on this channel that I say hell. Right? Some people would take offense to that. Everybody has different levels of what they're comfortable with, right? Some people are comfortable with cursing, right? For me, that's not my space. Obviously, you guys know that by now. But, everybody's standards are different. And so when you try and implement something like this, you're going to have people who are bypassing it because, what if a kid really wants to watch something? They're just going to ask, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, parent or guardian, I want to do this, and this stupid platform is restricting me. Can you just bypass it for me? It's yeah, sure. Or they'll go on to some kind of avatar app and they'll connect it with their computer and they'll just fake their age with an avatar that looks semi-realistic. There's so many ways around it. It's so freaking lame, and it literally protects nobody. And another thing is I'm seeing people talk about how they've partnered with Discord before. They've had an account for over 10 years. It's these guys are obviously not kids. So why is it that some of them are still getting flagged for the age verification system? And what happens when you look younger than your age? I was literally just talking about this. Oh, I was going to talk about it and then I never did. I was out in the hallway teaching some kids, and I was showing them, like, they wanted to see something crazy. I'm like, oh, we're done with all our problems, and we're just kind of waiting for the rest of the class, so yeah, sure, I'll show you something crazy. So I showed them pi, and I was using their area models to teach them how to solve one part of, like, solving for the area of a circle. But the thing is like, oh, when were we gonna actually learn this? And I was like, oh, probably, like, middle school. And they're like, are you in middle school? Like, maybe they don't have a good grip on it because they're kids. Like, I don't know. But I was like, do I look that young to you? Do I look that young? Like, I graduated college, man. I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, no, you look younger. I was like, all right. This is like, I'm trying really hard not to, like, lose it, but it's like, no. If Discord's, like, age verification is about as accurate as a 5th grade student, I'm screwed, guys. But if you sound younger than you are, then yeah. Let me catch up with chat. But it shouldn't impact most people. There's still gonna be people flagged, and Discord can very easily hand over your information to the government. So I really don't like the fact that they're using it as, like, essentially, like, a data harvesting kind of opportunity. You miss Cartoon Network, like the kid websites. Yeah, there used to be websites totally built for kids, right? And honestly, just limit online interactions at that point, because if you're having problems with adults posing as kids, literally just don't give them the systems to be able to, like, coordinate over the platform itself. Like, if the kids really want to talk to each other as they're playing games together, how do you do that? Well, just, like, mute all the in-game chats and have them call each other. It's really not that hard. Like, if you're using the game platform, you're online. If you're online, you're exposing yourself. And when you're online, there should be certain restrictions. Like, if you're online, you should be at least 13 years of age, so you can have those basic critical thinking skills, right? Those basic internet safety lessons ingrained in you. But yeah, anyway. If Steam said it wasn't selling your data, you might believe them, but you don't trust any other company, really. Steam has been pretty good. I'm really hoping they don't slip up and, like, just show their like, evil colors. Like, evil Steam be like, what? How would evil Steam be even? Goodness gracious. You can't put YouTube, you can't even put YouTube Kids on in front of your kids, because there's so much AI, Gen AI slop, and, like, advertisements and nonsense. It's so bad. Cocomelon is freaking brain rot. Jingle, 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 jingle every 5 freaking seconds. It's a visual, like, addictive, like, it's bad. It's really bad. Don't even get me started on, like, the brain rot nonsense. I swear to God. The world needs the return of Club Penguin. I never got to play games like Club Penguin and Pop Tropical or anything like that. I was stuck on cool math games. That was good enough for me. The Papa Arias. There's this one coffee shop game I really liked, where you, like, ran your own coffee stands. And then I went home and I played, like, Animal Crossing and Minecraft, and that was all good. I remember sharing a Kindle with my siblings. Like, dude, where did those days go? Why do we have so many problems now? Like, it doesn't need to be that complicated. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. I don't understand. Man. Just gonna lay down some more shapes before I go back into another yap. Hold on. I want to do some work this stream. And I'm a substitute teacher. You know, another VTuber who has a YouTube asking for age verification despite sending income statement for the last 3... Dude. Like, they're actually just stupid at that point. Like, bro, if you're asking somebody for their credit card information, don't you freaking dare ask them to age verify. Because either A, they're an adult because they have a credit card, or B, their parent is fully aware that their kid is on this platform and is actively giving them, you know, access to be able to use not just the service but a paid version of the service. An adult who teaches kids, you know, you look like a kid. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are they're more comfortable, I guess, because they look a little bit younger. But in turn, that sometimes makes them a little too comfortable, and I'm like, you can't do that. I swear to God, when I teach at the junior high schools and the high schools, I swear to God, I feel like, oh my God, like half these kids probably think I'm their classmate. It's really awkward. And I'll be like, go to your seat. And they're like, oh, shoot. I'm like 3 heads shorter than that. It's absolute insanity. Anyway. Probably a good idea not to update your Discord, although it's telling you to. I updated mine because I didn't have a choice. I just noticed it was updating when I opened it. And I didn't have any problems. Again, it should not affect a grand majority of people, but worst case scenario, just open up like Gmod or something and use a fake face. Just whatever you do, don't actually give them your face. Yeah. These are such goofy frames, man. I love them. Let me see. Don't know if you heard say the Discord thing. Oh, so the Discord thing is that they're requiring age verification. I never like specifically said what it was. They're requiring age verification for a lot of different people. If they're 100%, by the way, reading every single one of your messages and using that plus your activity, like the hours that you're on their platform, to dictate whether you're an adult or a child, just based on your behavior. They're hyper analyzing you to figure out if they need to ask for your ID or not. So never ever give like honestly, any non-government agency, I would say, like, be very highly skeptical of anybody who's asking for your ID, your facial information. Just don't give it to them if you can avoid it, like, literally at any cost. And if anyone asks you, like, why the heck would you do that, like, that's wrong. It's like, no, actually, I just kind of want to protect myself because the amount of leaks, breaches, and stuff that happens, like, it's not... Oh, God. It's terrible. You grew up learning internet safety through internet safety websites. It worked. See, my only internet safety training was because of mostly my mom. My dad didn't even really teach me much about it, but, like, my mom, she's very much, like, familiar with, like, marketing and stuff, so she would break down commercials for us and teach us what kind of, like, methods the commercials were using. Like, every time we saw, like, some cheap, like, I remember specifically one very perfect example. I saw an advertisement for, like, this this spinny plastic princess toy, where it was, like, you wound it up and you stuck it on the water and it would spin in the water. I don't know why I wanted it so bad, but I really wanted it. It was, like, $50. And we're at the store and I'd seen an advertisement for it and I looked, I was like, oh my gosh, there it is. I was like, can we please get it? Can we please get it? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, why not? She's like, it's gonna break. It's made so badly, it's gonna break. And I remembered that I'd gotten birthday money, like, months past, right? And I was like, I have birthday money, though. And then we got it, and I got home, and I tried it, and, like, literally in 2 hours it broke. So, like, understanding the breakdown of, like, the reality of stuff, and then seeing examples of how things can go wrong and how they can sell things and the tactics that they use. I feel like a lot of kids don't get that. I've been like, any class that I've been to, I feel like it's so hyper focused on like the core studies. Like, why don't we have home economics anymore? Why are we still learning about Christopher Columbus? Why doesn't middle school ever teach you about like finances? I mean, I know maybe some people had that experience because, like, one-off teachers would be like, oh, I think this is important for you guys to know, let me teach you, right? But why isn't it core curriculum? Is it really important for me to know the main idea of the passage more than it's important for me to understand how to do my taxes? How my government works? Like, where did all the civics classes go? Why is emotional intelligence a class I had to take in college? Like, why isn't this being covered? Anyway. Evil Steam be like Half-Life 4. Are they making Half-Life 3? Are they? Steam as a storefront is mostly good, but community side has always been not good. Yeah, the community's a little weird, but yeah, they're pretty good in terms of their head, where their head is at as a company. They also extract a large cut from devs. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Everyone wants a piece of everybody's hard work, and it's like, all right. We need to consider who's actually doing the work here, and stop being a leech, and think about it a little bit. PBS Kids, let's go! I never had cable growing up. I only had PBS Kids. So, like, high five. You put together a playlist of things for your toddler nephew to watch, and you've got over 800 different Sonic the Hedgehog videos that meet your quality. That's the way to go. That's beautiful. I love that. Your nephew has literally, like, beautifully catered content, quality content, verified by you, so you know it's good, right? That's good stuff. I feel like every kid should get... Have you guys ever heard of Peep in the Big Wide World? I freaking love Peep. Peep is my favorite character. Quack is my second favorite character. Very, very close. I love that show. So, like, literally whenever the kids need something to watch during, like, snack or something, like, it's like just a random video, I put up Peep and the Big Wide World. It's like the amount of laughter that fills that room, and how they don't even realize they're being taught science, and like how to ask questions, right, about the world, and like critique and challenge the world around them. Like, I love that show. They absolutely need that. And if it's like movie time, I swear, as soon as I get the chance, I'm putting on Avatar: The Last Airbender for them. Like, they need the good stuff. They need the good, like, I want that to be their childhood core memories, you know? Like, the good shows. Exactly. These companies would be like, we don't know how old you are. Can we have your face, please? And it's like, you have my real name. my address, my what else do you need? What do you want from me? Like, I mean, I understand what you want, but like, there's no reason you need that. It doesn't make any sense. It'll be a great excuse for you to learn Unreal Metahuman. Yeah, learn those engines, and then you can have whatever you need to bypass them. Oh man. You got her on age verification by buying Nitro, which has your credit card information. Yeah, but I need to cancel my Nitro. I think it's important to make a statement. And a lot of platforms, I feel like Roblox, for instance, has been kind of getting away with asking for whatever they wanted. Because it's like nobody's really been pushing back. But with with Discord it's different, because this is the gaming community. The people who build their own computers so we can have greater control over just being able to do what we want to do. And if you're gonna like try and take our autonomy or try and take our privacy, right, we're gonna be pretty mad about it. At least that's how Discord started. But we'll see how far it goes, because when the government's involved with like the regulations, it's like, what else are these guys supposed to do in order to like tell the government, hey, we did a thing to make child safety like done. Also, here's like a bonus, you guys get like, you know, free biometric information on literally everyone who has to do verification with our system, right? But I don't know, man. There's just gotta be a better way to do this that doesn't hurt everybody. The food chain. I feel the hunger rise, burning ice cream. Oh, craving ice burning into me. Don't feel gluttony. Let me see. Oh, hey, Chaos is here. What's up, man? Where's the class for comments? Yeah, a couple people at the heads of companies, and honestly some of the people in our government really do need to take that class. I feel like there's so many sillies. There's so many people who don't like keep up to date on like what's going on. Like how many people do you think are in charge of like gigantic decisions don't know what internet safety is? Bet half of them could not like do Control-C, Control-V. Right? Like these are the people making decisions that change the course of a company's economics. They change the course of like a country's lawmaking. What's going on? Can we can we be educated before making a decision, please? Understand the phrase for all those who fail to learn from past are doomed to repeat it, but those who don't apply to themselves in the present and prepare themselves. Yeah, it's one thing to say that, oh, I understand that we need to learn from the past, but it's a completely other thing to see something happening, recognize, this reminds me a lot of when this happened in history, and you proceed to do absolutely nothing about it. You know? Man. Hi, Maho! Receives high five, let's go. History is important, so is finances, geography, life skills, financial ability. Exactly. We just need to, like, spread the wealth of the focus of education. Because right now it just seems too heavily focused in like, typical test-taking areas, you know? And, like, these ideas are super important, of course. That's why they're learning them, right? But we're missing out on so much more. Because there's so much to cover, period. Let me see. You don't think you've ever heard of it? No, wait. You've never... Wait a second. Hold. You need to see this. And see how well I can draw Peep from memory. Peep is a yellow circle with eyes, a beak, feet like this, and a little red I think like rooster, like, cause Peep is a chick. Let me see how close. Hold on. Peep and the big wide world. Okay, I wasn't too far off. This is Peep. Ready? Boom. That's Peep. And the show all together kind of just like look at this art style too. Hold on, look at this. Look at this. It's so calm and peaceful. Like, I love this. And Peep sleeps in this can. Oh man. Anyway, nah, Peep is not the little pajama guy. Is that blue pajamas? Let me look it up. Blue pajama cartoon. Show. Boy show. Nah, the only results in the honestly the first thought that came to my brain when you said pajamas was the boy in striped pajamas, and I kind of wanted to cry. Anyway, this show's really nice. So if you ever have like a young kid, just pull up Peep in the Big Wide World. It's really nice. If you guys are curious, I'll put it on the Hightailor Circle at some point, because not gonna lie, even watching it as an adult, this guy is really funny. In the simple way, but like his ego is like gigantic, and just watching his interactions, especially with the level of sass that Chirp has, Peep is just a bundle of joy. Peep is great. We have ego and sass, and then ball of sunshine. So anyway, very, very interesting to watch their dynamic. I'll delete these now. Okay. Anyway. You should create a playlist that has PBS, first and third season of SpongeBob, and then 2000s Playhouse Disney. Wow. Yeah, that sounds solid. I don't know about SpongeBob. I've only seen like offhand episodes randomly, like whenever I went on vacation, wherever there was cable on the TV in the hotel room. That's kind of like my only experience with SpongeBob. But I never thought of it as like a kid's show. Not really. You have all of Avatar: Last Airbender on Google Play? Let's go. I wanna get on. Yeah, I was gonna say I wanna get it on DVD. Never once bought Nitro in your life? Honestly, after after this decision and after a bunch of the decisions that Discord is making right now, I applaud you for that. I personally have had Discord for a while now because a lot of the operations of the platform involve me being able to send really big files over. And since Nitro lifts the cap a little bit, it's been pretty important for me to have in order to be able to transfer files. So I've used it for that, but I refuse on standing on ethics, you know, like just to invest in a company that does not care about the privacy or taking steps to improve and then lie to their users when, you know, they're trying to do the same exact thing they did before. Like, I don't appreciate the lying. I don't appreciate the deception. Like, do they think we're dumb? Like, excuse me? We literally just watched this happen. You don't think we like pay attention? That's what they're hoping for, honestly, though. I'm missing a type of frame. Okay, I have C T L cross blinky cross. No, there's two types of crosses. Agony L C blinky. This is cross again, isn't it? I was missing two frames. I can't figure out which ones they were. Jump scare. Oh! Found it! This is the other one I needed to do. I was like, what does jump scare mean? Oh, yeah, that's what it means. Anyway, alright. Good job. Oh man, sometimes you rewatch it. You should. As you should. Wait a minute. I can what? I can power stance? What do you mean? No, it's Peep. It's Peep. Almost feels familiar to you, like it's in the back of your head, but you can't pinpoint it. Oh man. Go watch like one episode of it. It's like every one of them's like 10 minutes. Like after stream or like when you have a break, it's it's really cute. And then if you like it, you can show it to your kids or like the kids in your life. Got it pretty close. Thank you. It's been a minute since I like actually saw it. Like I showed it to them like last week or something like that. And I never like really studied how they looked, so I'm proud I got it even remotely close. Can't remember what a single episode was like or if they had voices. They do have voices. Peep has the signature Peep. Quack has his quack. At the end of almost every sentence. It's really funny. I don't know if Chirp ever says chirp. At least not unironically. She probably says it with sass. But they definitely have voices. Let me see. P and the big white. Well, I'm just gonna find one of Quack's lines, and that's like gold. You'll definitely it'll definitely click. And there's the narrator too that you'll probably recognize if you ever watched them. The narrator that goes over it. Wait, I'm listening. I think we should build a snow duck instead of a snow chick. Ducks are much more handsome, don't you find? But I'm the leader, right? Well, agreed then. Just a common quack interaction. Duck superiority. Bro is hilarious. Anyway, the kids get a kick out of him. And honestly, some of Quack's, like, language and demeanor honestly feels like it's built for an older audience who's, like, watching on alongside. The kids are like, haha, he was wrong, usually. He's usually too egotistical and gets proven wrong somehow. So, like, the kids enjoy that. But, like, just honestly, some of the things he says offhand, it's like, what? And, like, what kind of, like, child do you think would use something, like a sentence like, ducks are much more handsome, don't you find? Like, what kind of kid would say that, right? No. Quack is meant for the older audience. I love it when shows are written on, like, multiple levels. Anyway, it makes it enjoyable to watch, even if the kids are watching Snack and I'm just sitting there doing nothing. I was like, Quack, come on, Quack W. Anyway, let me continue catching up with chat. Never got Nitro either. Only reason you would be like stuff like, oh yeah, the emotes. At least you can use them in the server though. Though I feel like the animated one's probably locked though, right? We need more alternatives. And I realized I didn't say a proper hello to Dorky. Hi, Dorky! And wait, where did I see Maho? Where? So hydrate? Thank you for the hydrate. Let me do that now. Okay. Let me see. Oh. Pocoyo? I think I remember the name of that show. I don't remember specifically. Children still featuring blue pajamas and you think of bananas in pajamas? Banana. What? Bananas in pajamas. What is it? Oh, I was gonna say it's a teddy bear. No, it's bananas in pajamas. It's just bananas in pajamas. They're really cute looking. Actually, they look like mascots. Oh, let me show you guys. Bananas. Oh, they are mascots. That's why. Here. Bananas. Banana 1, banana 2. Oh my god. I think you might have seen that once. Can't remember much of it. Shortening the videos gets the same point across with them being shorter, just straight up making a YouTube video. Yeah, you can make it yourself. Yeah. Never got Nitro either. Oh, I read that already. Use Discord Nitro for the global emotes, downloads, and then something. And the something. Yeah, I don't I don't follow that one, but Dorky, thank you for the request. I'm gonna have to look that up in just a second. I'll leave the bananas here. And we have Pearto for a sketch request. Can do. My goodness gracious. I didn't miss your request, Dorky. I'm just really far behind. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hi, Christian. What's up? The next Valentine's joke shall be pleasant like flowers. What did the bear say to its Valentine? I love you very much. Oh, man. Wait, what was the other one? The other one I really liked. Wait. I liked it a lot. That's all I remember, though. Wait. What was the other one? shoot. I gotta go write it down. I wanted to tell that one to Vel. Do you remember? I might have to go back in the VOD to find it. 11:30. It was 11:35 when I saw it. It was a bit unbearable. Oh my goodness, unbearable. I was strangled with my my bare hands. For such an unbearable joke. Pocoyo had a little boy wearing blue, and then a pink elephant, and a yellow dog with green hat. Pocoyo. It does sound familiar. Pocoyo. Oh, wait, I do know this. Oh, look, Pocoyo. I remember the dog, for whatever reason, and the duck. Mostly the dog, though. Anyway. Let me see. Is it a British kids show? Probably, actually. I don't remember. Oh, stopped airing the year you were born. Ah. Oh, man, it's sad when they have to discontinue things. You found Peep in the Big Wide World. Watched a minute and 27 seconds of it, and yep, seems pretty cute. Yes! It's adorable. I promise. It's great. Oh, thank you, Red Vessel. Let me copy that right now. It's going in there. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I caught up a jet! Yes! Now I can go look for the VA request. I actually don't know where to find Hinata. I was like, Shoyo? Yeah, Shoyo. Moments. Good time. Get back this time. Alright, I found video. I'm gonna take a look. Got back to mostly real time. Yeah. Check out the English and the Japanese. I only watched Haikyuu in the Japanese. Let me see if I can get a good moment. Oh, the audio quality is shot on this video. Let me grab this. Why is the audio so bad? Dude, how am I supposed to be able to mimic the voice if it sounds like... I forgot the word. Otochuki. I don't know how to pronounce decoy. And the ultimate decoy. Kirutoka. Omae wa nan nano? Baka nano? そっちやれー初めてだうっせえなーなんだこれI can't really get like many lines that are like that long because the Japanese VA is really hard for me to replicate. But let me see, like, should I look up the English dub? Is that what you're saying? Your machine yeah, you do. The fastest chat in the West. I don't know about that, but for me it's perfect speed. It's perfect speed. English dub. Okay, let me take a look. Haikyuu English dub. I wish I had like the lines written down somewhere. Because I'm kind of just listening to it in real time. This video's taking forever to load. It's taking forever to load. I usually like doing either Genshin requests because I can do line by line and everything's written out, or if there are particular characters you guys know that I can do. Those are usually better things to request. Something so I don't have to go looking for the video. Having a hard time. I hate the English. I hate the English. This is one of the most common Hinata lines is, what, you wanna fight or something? Like every 3 seconds. Yeah, are you looking for a fight? Like, bro wants to fight the world. Hi people! Thank you. 漢字ちょっとはい。漢字は難しいからでも漢字だけじゃないです。just honestly full sentences are really hard for me to just like pick up on the spot. I'm not a fluent speaker. Even just trying to pick up like the English, if it's not written down for me, it makes it a lot harder. So, are you mean? Or just stupid? It's like another one of the English lines. It sounds better in the Japanese. I mean, it's the direct translation, honestly, but I really like the timing. I feel like the delivery is different, you know? Like I feel weird trying to replicate the English because I hate the delivery. Transcripts. I don't have the YouTube transcripts. There's literally no closed captions available on the videos that I keep pulling up. Japanese is difficult? Oh, 日本語は難しい or 日本語ちょっと kanji is like the specific written the Chinese character letter alphabet. I think I'm okay, but we'll see. Anyway. Alright, let me see. YouTube transcript. No. I can't do that. I can't find it. If you have a different request, I feel like I did really bad with that one because I don't really know how to do it without like a proper transcript, and you're having me go up against my either just like the English dub or my favorite voice actor. So like I'm a little that's hard. Oh my goodness gracious. But typically, if you're gonna request something like that, it's best to have like a line in mind just so I have something to work off of. Consider request finished? Okay, I'll mark it off then. If you have one more request though, I will do a quick little bit from that. Just because I feel like, yeah, I could have done maybe better if I just had something written. I do like Hinata though, very much. I just don't know if I can do their voice very well. What? What is that? It's a real actor? I don't know who that is. Oh wait, the sketch request. Pearto. Pear. I want to make spots, not shine. Yeah. Da 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 da. Da da dum. Let me see. Who played? Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. I see. Ever just stare at the wall without thought? Once in a while. I feel like it's clarifying. Not too much though. Don't do too much. You lose brain cells that way. Don't know what's better, the whole song or at the end. Both. Yes, both. Sometimes it pays to be a little autistic and to happen to be a Sonic fan. Casual hyperfixation. Flying potato with wings? What? What? What kind of potato is this? I honestly need to learn a little bit more about the Sonic franchise just because I grew up, I feel like, on Nintendo. I kind of always ignored Sega and I never really got exposed to a whole lot of it. And I've heard so many people talk nicely of it. It's like, it's amazing, it's lots of fun. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, sure. So I have no idea what these people are talking about. It's like, I feel like I should know, you know? I want to add her drills. Not too big, I guess. And why legs? Oh god, dude, it's gonna be a weird looking potato, man. You sure about this? And family don't play Sonic much, but really had a good time with the Adventure 2 battle. What's the style of the Sonic games? Like, what's the closest Nintendo equivalent? Like, speak my language. What kind of gameplay we looking at? Bargained for, I'm not some story's hero. Won't give up and give them a good excuse to write me off like a weirdo. Show the ones who tell me that I'm not the loser that they thought. Got nothing left to lose, just gotta prove that I'm good enough. Sonic X as an understanding of how modern Sonic is more typically depicted. If you want to see classic, Saturday morning cartoon. Do I prefer 2D or 3D platformers? It's a good question. I'm actually not really sure. It really depends on the game itself. I don't really care as much about the way it's portrayed. I care about how it feels to play. Like, is the game design good, you know? Like, I liked a lot of the Mario games, the 3D Mario games, because they felt understandable enough. But there were like Galaxy, I actually had a very large problem with as a child trying to play Super Mario Galaxy, because although it was 3D and it was like laid out pretty well, the controls and the way that the camera kind of went made it very difficult to play as a kid. So I really didn't like the game. It was very, very difficult to try and manage. Honestly, the only reason I got Mario Galaxy to begin with was because it unlocked Rosalina in Mario Kart. And my siblings and I, we each took like a princess. We were super duper young. One of them took Peach, one of them took Daisy, and I was like, which one do I get? Because there wasn't a third one. Right? And I'm sitting there like, oh man. And then a friend of mine from school had us all in the same room and saw this dilemma. It's like, oh, you could just be Rosalina. I was like, who? Rosalina, you know Rosalina? I was like, no. And they like, I never had like a clear understanding of like what Rosalina looked like. I had a pretty good idea based on their description of like what her face looked like and that she had like a silver crown and whatever. Like, I thought her dress was black. I thought she had like roses. Like, hold on, let me get distracted for 1 sec from the sketch request. I thought she looked something like, whoops. Whoops, in here. I had the great idea of like how the hair looked, right? Like, that was pretty set. But in terms of like, whoops, her outfit, I imagine she had like whoops. I want to draw this proper-ish looking. Hold on. I'm trying to fix the proportions real quick. Yeah. But I thought she had like these giant like roses on her dress because she was Rosalina, right? So this is how I envisioned her. With like these leaves here and like kind of like frilly bottom here. And she had bell sleeves from what I understood, so I thought here. And again, I thought roses. Anyway, this is this is what I thought Rosalina looked like before I ever saw like a description, or sorry, before I ever saw a visual of her. And I knew that she had like these star creatures, so I was like, that doesn't really match her theme, but okay. So this is the Rosalina that child me thought existed. Yeah. Cool, huh? I think it looked cool anyway. But again, I thought her dress was black. Just add like a little leaflet thing here, just because. I should get added both sides. Totally Rosalina. Anyway, that distraction aside, let me put it in a folder. Distraction begun. Back to Pearto. And I'll catch up the chat. Mia Mario Kart? what? Gonna come out with like the Mario Kart outfit. I gotta redo this drill because this doesn't look great. Hold on. Classic 2D Sonic games are all momentum based, meaning you gotta move forward long enough to start picking up speed in order to get up ramps. Oh, I see. And yeah, by the name you'd think, yeah, her design would involve roses, right? Thank you, Fable, thank you. Should have an art collab stream with homies to draw characters from memory. That would be pretty fun. Collabs, I still have so much to do. I would love to host a collab, but I am exhausted currently and really just trying to hold myself together for the most part. So I will consider that maybe after I recover a little bit more. Whoa. Her drills are kind of hard, actually. I may have made a mistake in deciding to do this. How does that work? It won't let me scroll up all the way. It's really annoying. Open image in new tab. Thank you. Sci-fi, that's a lot of text. Let me just get an overview of it. I'm gonna skim. It's okay. It's just try to not make it an essay to read. I'm tired, so I'm a little lazy. Forgive me. I don't know if I understand the message even reading it. To Sonic related. That's what I'm gathering. Yes. Essentially. Thank you, press. Blazing Roro. Hello. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Hightailers Circle. I hope you enjoy your stay. How are you? How'd you find us? Who revealed our location? There's a few games I should avoid until I know what a good game is. Oh, out of the Sonic games, there's a bunch of bad ones. Are there bad ones? Is that what it is? I don't know how to draw drills. God. Jeez. Let me see. Pretty much? Okay, cool. Will not claim it's a flawless franchise. Yeah, which one is even, right? And Rora, you're trying to get into animation? Ooh, let's go. Like 2D animation, frame by frame, live 2D, 3D. What you looking to learn? And I'm just doing a sketch request right now. I have one more to fill out and then I can get back to animation. I am currently doing a frame by frame study of this one. I'm seeing how I can apply to it to make it better. But I gotta finish Pearto. 2D animation? What software do you use? I hope it is not Clip Studio Paint, because if that's the answer, then you're in the same hellhole as me. You know what? There's gotta be a better way to draw these. Let me figure this out. No, not Clip Studio! Fist bump of pain. Fist bump of pain. Man. Feels overwhelming, all the concepts needed. I feel you on that. 100%. In terms of where concepts come into play, though, I would say just think of ways to make it make sense, make it applicable in your head. Because as soon as you start thinking about like how to put the basics together, I feel like it just gets a lot easier. You know what's probably the problem? I need to make them more level. Yeah, that's the problem. But like, what's a good example? If I have something and I want to make it move this way, right? Having like the head tilt back for like a preemptive action. And of course I'm going to use my character because like I like using my character. The ears should be mostly standing up straight. Gonna do like maybe like a frame before I'll make it tilt back a little bit more and have the ears have them like go back and then so everything will like stretch back a little bit more, right? Like as a wind up kind of thing, right? and then it'll go down to, if the face is here, right? Face is then down here, ear, ear, and have them not be straight, but like have them like bend with the momentum. And the neck here. Right, and then this does concepts of onion skinning, right? Because I use it here a little bit, and it will help for reference. We use, honestly, before settling into this frame, it'll probably be good to like go a little further. So we do overshoot. I love overshoot. You guys know what overshoot is, right? Instead of just like, if my ball needs to go across the screen and stop here, essentially what overshoot does is it makes it go a little further and then snaps into place before settling into its final position. And it makes it, okay, if I were to like demonstrate like how it looks for me to do overshoot versus no overshoot, this would be like no overshoot. We go here, here, here to here. To do overshoot, I would do more like that. Just maybe not as much, but like it just goes a little bit further before settling in the final position. So overshoot's lots of fun. I would say also probably like stretch. Like my ears have magic cloth deformation for the 3D model, so they can't really stretch that far, but they do have a little bit of like wiggle room, if you will. Right? So instead of having them be like, if I move my head really slowly, you'll notice like they're not really bending or anything. Like, of course, like they're moving, right? If this was a 2D animation, but if we add like a little bit of stretch, so you can see that the actual shape of the ear is like, you know, changing, right? Like that's fun to play with, because that way it really gives a sense of like, wow, you know? I think a really good example of this is probably, do you know who James Baxter is? If you haven't looked up James Baxter, if you don't know any of James Baxter's work, you should absolutely take a look at his stuff, in terms of learning what like peak, like professional animation looks like. He's the guy that did, I believe, the Beauty and the Beast stuff. He did the one really well animated horse in Adventure Time. Very recently, I do believe he did a section of The Amazing World of Gumball, which was really interesting to watch. He's just absolutely amazing. James Baxter. But yeah, absolutely, just has an incredible sense of like depth and space, and very, very good guided reference for study. I don't know how to draw Teto's drills, and it's actually driving me up a wall. And I'm glad it's helpful. I'm glad I got to pass some kind of knowledge on. I was like hoping I wasn't like yapping. It's like, yeah, I know what that is. So that's a relief. I'm glad. Does she have an ahoge? She has an ahoge. Na 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 na. Na na da. Da 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 da. Da da yeah. Na 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 na. Tamuru nande. Na 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 na. Dun 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 dun. Animators are such amazing people. Have you seen that guy that made an entire short film with traditional animation about polar bear? No, I don't think so. Promise never lemon. Yes! Na 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 na. I saw the hand-drawn animation about there was like a wolf that was trying to like learn cooking. I saw that one. I think it was a French commercial for something. I don't remember what it was about. I just remember it being really cute. "19% sure he lives after having returned." Oh man, the odds aren't looking too good there, huh, Red Vessel? What did you encounter? Hopefully not more spider webs. Please don't tell me it was more spider webs. Wait, does that work? Dang, this is hard. Okay. I still feel like I did something wrong. It looks a little better, like the shape is there, but it doesn't feel like these middle parts are thick enough. Trying to make it not feel like a weird looking ice cream cone. Man. Goodness gracious. Director of Brother Bear. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I have to watch that in that case. Can you make sure you put that in creative discussion actually? Thank you for letting me know about that. Let me see. No spiderwebs. Everything seemed okay. So why only 90% sure alive? That doesn't make any sense. Snow Bear by Aaron Blaze. I will have to make note of it. Have I gotten any jobs or commissions as a VA? I've only gotten one request to sing. But aside from that, no, not really, unfortunately. I was really hoping to pick up like a job with some kind of like indie game or something, but unfortunately for me it's really difficult to find work, because a lot of things will expect you to be able to swear on top of everything else, and I don't swear. And I'm like really frustrated that like it's kind of like a expectation a lot of the time for a lot of indie projects especially. And it's like I love indie projects, and like I respect media even if it does have swearing in it, because there's so much good media that has swearing in it. It's just like that kind of, it like sometimes is even fitting, but for me personally, I just would like my autonomy and to not have to worry about that. and so like a lot of people turn me down because of that. And I don't get a lot of offers to begin with, so it's like, all right. But given the opportunity, I would absolutely love to do something. Just haven't figured out where to really look yet. And I'm sick right now, so my voice is kind of like, so don't listen too hard. It's not on par. It's not the greatest right now. But yeah, anyway. And Ragdoll gonna step out. Okay, bye-bye, take care. Thank you. Thank you. Hope to see you again soon. The conversation was really cool. I'm very appreciative of everything you brought to the table. Other than many holes created by the raid boss, thanks to the darkness. No danger. Good. Many holes, it seems, then, huh? The raid boss is crazy. If you could afford to, would love to have me animate your project. Oh, man. I am unfortunately not an animator, as cool as that sounds. I would not be much help more than yourself, I don't think. Most of the animations that I have done have been heavily referencing some other source material. And while I feel like I am slowly getting a good grip on the fundamentals of, like, the concepts, right? I think I'm a very long ways off from actually being able to animate anything, especially from scratch. Just because I don't want to swear? Yeah, a lot of the time. Yeah. It's kind of like a requirement a lot of the time. It's kind of sad. There's also just a very large number of things that are visual novels. And oftentimes with visual novels, there's like a romance route you can take, and they'll expect you to be able to do those. It's like, I can't. No. So I can't do that. Why are her drills so hard to draw? Holy moly. I'm losing my mind here. I think these look better, so that's progress. But you know what, that works. It works. This is supposed to be a 5-minute sketch. Oh man. Yep, that's a drill. It's a drill. Speaking of indie stuff, saw Iron Lung with your olders. You saw Iron Lung? How was it? How spooky? Would be cool to have me involved in some way if you ever get off the ground. Hey, if you need a voice actor, I'm still building portfolio because I haven't gotten any projects. So if you're willing to write me a letter of recommendation if I ever need to go somewhere else, or if you refer me to a friend or something, I am willing to volunteer for a project or two. Especially if it's something I can get behind. Was your first rated R movie? Oh, was it that scary? Oh my god. I want to see it. because I'm really excited to support Markiplier. Bro has been working so hard. Like, and I'm not like a really like huge fan or anything. I just really respect the heck out of somebody who's made it so far as an independent creator. And he's just genuinely, from everything I've seen, like just an awesome person. And you know, I wanna support that. So he totally didn't look away like 7 times. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy. 7 times. I'm scared. Very spooky, but very good. Yippee! And you're sure you can find the character I can voice? Let's go! When you're ready for me, you know where to find me. To be honest, the Five Nights at Freddy's one, a teen-rated one, had far darker concepts. And a scene far worse than any in Iron Lung. Oh, for real? That's kind of crazy, actually. Alright. I know that Iron Lung is based on, like eldritch, like, horror. So, as compared to, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, which is all about, like, jump scares and like, the gore and the sharp objects and stuff, I can see that checking out. That makes sense to me. Okay, I think Pearto is complete. Let me do some simple hatching here. Oops. There you go. Let me center her. Yep, there it is. Don't you dive into a literal ocean of blood in Iron Lung? I don't know anything about it, so we're gonna say that's a hypothetical. I'm not gonna... I don't know. Let's not confirm or deny that. We know there's a submarine involved. We know that there's blood involved, obviously, because it's a horror movie. Duh. But anything else? Not sure. Terrifying to think about, but scary is relative. Exactly, yeah. Alright, what's Dorky's request? Flying potato with wings, quiche ears, and hair, and a sword with a belt, also legs. I remember. Potato. Human potato. You got a weird request, man. Flying potatoes. We have the potato. Need to make it darker. With feet. Technical wait! It's been so long! Hey, hi! How are you? Let me give you a shout out. How was your stream? Oh yeah. Here. Shout out. I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Shout out. I spelled it wrong again? Am I crazy? Oh my god, I'm crazy. Felix first time chat. Hi, welcome on in. Technicals here. Hi, hi. And Leo's hi. Here, feet. Potato. Potato has feet. Legs and feet for whatever weird reason. I have a request to draw a flying potato with wings, Kishi ears and hair, a sword with a sword belt. So I'm gonna draw this here. And like, I don't know what to make of this, not gonna lie. Surprising scream. Yeah, you like launched like a bajillion marbles at me, man. And Felix, oh my gosh. I almost didn't see that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hightailers Circle. I hope you enjoy your stay. You brought it a flower. A flower for me. Hold on. Hold on. This one's for you. Ready, catch. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have my microphone. A flower exchange. Ah! Hey, no, you take that back. Hey, you. Needs arms. Man, you keep adding more. I'm gonna do this because hands are hard, man. There we go. Potato hands. And I think the sheath would go here. I don't remember how to draw a sheath. Something like that. Why are the wings? What? And why does it have my hair? And ears. Why does the potato have ears? Hands are hard. Walls are harder. Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Hands are hard to draw. Don't know about potatoes having ears, but they have eyes. Yes, they do. They do. A lot of them. Biblically accurate potato. See, I'm gonna do that. Biblically accurate wings. Can we keep that? Can we just make it the biblically accurate? I don't want to add my ears and stuff. I just want to make it a biblically accurate potato. Is that okay? I think it'll look better, honestly. Sever out the potato. Oh man, I gotta go back to admin. I gotta lock in. Is that acceptable? You just make it a biblically accurate potato. And 2 empty eye holes. Like so. I'm gonna make them like rattle balls from Adventure Time. I ran out of space for the wings, man. More around? Nah, I do this guest request. I do this guest request. I figure it out. I make it look good. All the dimples are called eyes. Exactly. That means it's always staring. It's biblically accurate. Exactly. Bro's got a bajillion eyes. We'll add some here too. La di da da, oh la di da da, oh yeah 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 yeah. La di da da, oh la di da da, oh yeah 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 yeah. Whoa, la di da da, oh la di da da, oh yeah 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 yeah. Oh whoa whoa. Dun 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 dun. Those look awful. Hold on. Okay. Still looks awful. What the heck? Yeah, I don't... I think this is pretty good, all things considered. It's a freaking potato with wings and feet and hands and... add some more eyes. think that's enough eyes. Scary? You feeling the divinity this thing exudes? I did not watch where I put my cup. Okay. I achieved most of it. A little leaf would make computer. He's not supposed to be cute, he's supposed to be intimidating. But you see the mouth here, right? Those potatoes have leaves. I'm adding more eyes on it. There. Alright, biblically accurate potato is complete. So we have Pearto, Rosalina, totally Rosalina, and biblically accurate potato. Alright. I can only go so much longer. I have like an hour left in me max, man. I didn't know I'm gonna do the thing. Okay. They're woven. No! Do not the potato. A frozen half EP state made in crazy fast time. Not today. Pull sword out. What? No, today is especially tired. I'm actually like embarrassing story. I took a nap. I woke up from my nap at around 6:40 for me. Why is that significant? I get up for work at around 6 o'clock in the morning. So when I got up, I high-key thought I almost slept in because my alarm wasn't set. And I was gonna start getting ready for work. And I hadn't even streamed yet. I hadn't eaten dinner, no nothing. I just got up from my nap and I was so disoriented. Like, I didn't do too much today, but like this cold is actually like driving me insane. I haven't been able to properly sing. I haven't been able to properly like talk. I'm getting really sick of it. Ha ha ha. Get it. So I'm just really upset because I just have so much I want to do and I feel like I have just no energy to do it. And for stream, like, honestly, I don't know, but drawing my character is really easy for me. It's because I have, like, a flow for it. I'm still having trouble with, like, the hair, honestly. I'm really upset with how the hair is coming out. And, like, even the ears sometimes just don't feel right. But at least, like, I can very easily tell. Because it's my character. You know, like, I just have a baseline, you know? So it feels comfortable and, like, not too brain intensive to draw her. And honestly, like, dude, anytime I, like, just draw my character, right? All I have to do to make it mine, like, as soon as I start drawing, right? If I draw a character, I draw my little bean. And then like, you're like, oh, what's this? What's this character? Right? As I'm drawing. But as soon as you see, like, ah! You know, it's like, ah! You know? It's like, it just makes it easy for me. I have the ears, they make me really happy. They're so much fun to draw. Especially like these little fluff things. I just think it's fun. That head is kind of big compared to the body, so like I would resize the body here. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I don't know how to draw from this perspective very well. Kind of guessing. Like this leg looks really weirdly bent. So that's annoying. Honestly, both legs probably need to be pointed this way for it to make any sense. But I no longer like how it looks, so I would just honestly like get rid of this leg. And I like how that foot turned out, so like I'll leave that. Right, and then maybe I'll do like it's too short. But like maybe that looks cool. No, it looks weird. I don't have a good enough understanding of perspective in order to pull this off, honestly. This foot doesn't look right. Maybe it's too short. Or sorry, this leg doesn't look right, rather. I think it maybe goes up too far. I don't know. I don't know, man. I gotta go back to animating. I can't stand trying to figure out proportions. It's so freaking annoying. This is why I have such a hard time, I think, with Blender, is just having to figure stuff out, like where it goes is a really difficult part of the creative process for me. Like, I just want the shape mapped out so I don't feel terrible about trying to figure out where stuff goes, you know? Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. Thank you for the hydrate, bread vessel. Suppose so. Okay, as long as it kind of makes sense. Yes and no. Oops. I like the take of artist who takes the rough drawing and makes it look smooth. Yeah, I don't wanna be laying things down. Like, okay, the most I want to do in terms of like laying out something, honestly, is like, okay, if I want like an illustration of my character for a promotional art or something, like let's say I want to like sell a Ramune bottle, right? I kind of want like, I have an idea for like this pose, or oh, actually like this pose. This would be cool, I think. So I would like want to lay out hand, and the bottle goes here. Like I like the layout. Like I like composition. I like the expression to be like super happy, right? And that expression is really high now, so I'm gonna move it down because it doesn't have the right energy. I forget which way the thumb goes, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. But like I would want the body to go out like this way. The tail is gonna go out like that way. The feet I would want to go like out like this. This I would want to be foreshortened. But like this gives you an idea of how I would want it to look. Right? It like gives you an idea of how I would want things done. I want more of the ear and frame. I want it to take up like the full square. How do I do that, right? headphones have been doing a weird thing. And now Clip Studio frozen. Anyway, I think you mostly understand, but very good at being confused. Don't worry, I get you. Oh. Okay, we're back. I am gonna lose my mind with these headphones. They are, and freaking Clip Studio Paint is not responding. Like, shut up and actually just, like, the freaking drawing tablet is, like, giving my freaking computer a seizure. I'm gonna freaking lose it. It's freezing up my stream. Fantastic. My computer it's a mystery to me. Let's see if it freezes again. Alright, we're back, I think. Apply the transformation, thank you. Frick you. Anyway, let me catch up with chat. I'm sorry, guys. Like, 3 different tech issues just suddenly just said, hi, let me ruin your day. Would help if paying full attention. No, do your thing. 75% distraction stream. Yes, absolutely. Good night, Press. Take care. The stick figure rendition versus the fun of, yeah, exactly. And the Scuff Strikes Back. Yep. I'm just so done, you know? And if I wanted, like, the skirt in there, I would show, like, where I want it to go. When the new world, and, like, do I want the tail to be on top? Right? Shisekaya. Oh, the thumb would go here. Figured it out. And maybe like Foxfire, right? But I would probably just map out the flow of it, right? I need to be like centered on here. It needs to be like highlighting the product. Like the flow should like go towards the product. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Tech issues should fight you and leave. No. No, honestly, I feel like I really wish that no one should ever have to face the stupidity and the strangeness of the tech issues that I have faced. I wish this curse upon no one. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I wish you were a soda vendor. Technically, you would still need to acquire the soda to become a soda vendor, no? So you could do cool things with the soda, but oh. Lost taskbar privileges. You know that actually happened to me once? Recently, actually. I restarted my computer and then it went away, but it's just kind of in the back of my brain now, you know? There we go. Okay, definitely some of these need work. But I think I have like all of the frames kind of like outlined now. Where are my frames even? I can't even see them. Can I like zoom in? Where? What? Why can't I see anything? I love Clip Studio Paint. Paint! Huh. Where do your 2026... And we still deal with this kind of tech issue. How is technology both progressing and regressing at the same time? I really wonder, honestly. It's a great question. It really does feel like that is the case. Oh, here we go. There's where they went. It's like, I can't see any of my frames. Why is that? Okay. Let's see how that looks. Oh, sick. Okay. And if I hide the other folder, I can see exactly where they're missing. This is not correct. Let's put 0 here for now. Everything matches now. Beautiful. And any of the other frames that don't have drawings over them, those already have drawings. It's just like it's a repeat frame. So all I need to do now is just make sure they all have all the details that they need. So it should have all the hair stuff. This should have the braids. These don't have the braids. This one has the braids, but they're not drawn very well. Again, no braids. YouTube needs to stop pausing before I annihilate someone. Line work is too thick on this one. And we're missing the tail. I don't like the tail on this one. I'll fix that later. I think I was using the cream pencil too, which doesn't help. I switched pencils my way through. I have to redo all these. Neater. So I do like that. Yeah, that's better. Mm-hmm. There. I think this is funny. I like this one as is. This tail is good. I check just out my frames. And actually, let me copy over these frames. See. Wait, this one. Oh, this is T. There you go. Frame 2. So I put 2 here. This one is 3. One. Four? No. 5? No, is this one also slightly different? No, it's the same exact thing, okay. I'm just blind. Okay. This one is crisscross. 6 to 11. Yeah. 6. Can you insert frame 6, please? Thank you. 11. 12. It's 3 again. This is number 1. Crisscross, I think, was number 6. I think that should be everything. I need to make it. Oh, there's still more here. This is frame 7. And then, no, I'm just guessing here. 4? 4, it's number 4. Okay, and then we'll remove this now. Yeah, that's all the frames. Now I just need to refine it. Goodness gracious. You have to lose taskbar privileges every time a specific friend of yours wants to play Minecraft. 400 mods make everything... Oh, stop responding. Jeez. There's gotta be some optimization ones in there, right? Right? Your conflictions on whether you should roll for Jiba or save for Skirk. Just pick whichever one you like better. And bye, Dorky. Take care. Good night. Knowing him now, oh god. I would say it's probably a good idea to teach your friend to optimize so computers that are not as buff as his Maybe we'll be able to survive the night. They're starting to tie in? What do you mean tie in? Mostly gonna see if I can adjust the timeline. Change settings. I can make it slower. Where do I change that? Playback? No. Edit track? I don't know. I like watched a tutorial a long time ago, but I don't know where the option is. Change frame rate. Instead of 15 frames a second, I'll make it 5 frames a second, and let's see. The momentum feels like it moves in the right direction. I feel like the tail doesn't feel right, especially between maybe these two. Ugh. Yeah, here to here. That one doesn't feel right. Because the tail goes from being like wrapped around, just being completely flung out. I hate that the animation stuff doesn't have keybinds. It sucks. What the hell? YouTube paused again. What about mine feels different, man? I think maybe it's the motion blur. Theirs feels more chaotic. Maybe I need to stretch things more? Make them less proportional? I don't know. He was the one who had the last buff computer before last Christmas. Oh man. Oh, and then Skirk and Dubai are starting to tie in the ranking to which one you like more. Oh, I see. I see. It's a hard decision then. If character and playstyle. Okay. Playstyle. So which one has a kit that you like, that looks fun or feels fun, right? Then after kit, right, which character do you like better for like who they are, right? Like story-wise, characterization-wise. And then maybe if you care about building them, right? Which one are you going to have more materials for? Which one's bosses are you going to enjoy fighting more, right? Think about it like that maybe, if that helps. I'm actually kind of happy where I left off with Progress Day. I know I didn't really do a whole lot, but did some yapping. my anger is somewhat soothed. I got to do a thing. And that's something. It's not a lot, but it's something. I'm gonna find one frame where the tail looks a little small and make it a little bigger, but that's it. It's so hard to get it right. It's like waiting for my moment. Oh, I can't really make it much bigger without it running into the rest of the drawing. Hold on. Maybe that'll look better? Let me see. And this should change it on every instance of the frame. We'll see. Thank you, Red Vessel. You might just roll for Jibai one more time and then go full skirt. I'll leave it to Lady Luck. When in doubt. Okay. Does the jump scare one look good with the ears down like that? I'm feeling like I should do something with like the tips of them. Like it might be better to do like a affected by. I need to pause my music again. Whoever's bright idea that was, I hate you. I hate you so much. You need to know that. And credification is really not okay. Everybody's gotta stop that. I don't like the ears. I don't like them. I don't like them. Man, this sucks. Gonna be dissatisfied with it for eternity, it feels like. You know what? The asymmetry helps a little bit here. I think. I'm pretty sure. I wish you could tell how many times the frame appeared. I think jump scare only appears once, so I want to pay special close attention to like what frame comes before it. So it's coming from this side, right? So like it needs to move from that direction up. I think that works-ish for now. Why? Oh, this just seems off. I don't know. Alright, and then I think what I'm gonna do for the next iteration of stuff, because I'm gonna make another folder and like do all of these frames again with cleaner lines. My aim is I want to preserve the same shape of like hair. Like for these braids, I like these braids. These are like accurate to how they're supposed to look. Right? I actually add these because, again, design consistency. But like, for instance, this first frame, you can't see the braids at all. You can't see the braids at all, and like I need to make sure that they're here. Because they're important. Rolling for it now, okay? Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. But I think this is where I will leave off today. Pain! Anyway. Today was a rough day. Even though it was like easy, it was still a rough day. So I'm glad I got to do something. Wish I could have done more. I spent so much time napping. Reset the frame rate. Timeline. I have to pause it. Timeline. Change frame rate. Should be 15 frames per second. And then we have this. I feel like the head feels bigger on the jump scare especially. Anyway, I'll work it out. I'll work it out later. I'm too tired right now. You got a raven bow. Oh man. Wasn't the 4-star you got, Goro? Ah, I got Iruga today actually. I was very happy. Fake Vel is mine. Copy this. Sorry, save rather. Go over here. Just quick announcements. I'm thinking actually that this emote will be the reward for reaching the chair fundraising goal. It's gonna probably a while before we hit that goal, so I figure, hey, that gives me plenty of time to work on the emote, right? But I'm so sick of being behind on everything. That I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys as much as I can on time. Little things, one at a time. Thank you, Toronto. Thank you guys for coming. Honestly, all of you guys, as always. I know, again, super low energy lately because I've been sick. And I don't know, it's been really rough lately. So I hope me being a little down hasn't impacted how much fun we have here. Like, too much, because I know it will have an impact, right? But I really hope that we're still able to have fun. Even if we're not having fun, that you maybe learn a thing or two. Yeah, if you ever have any questions or if you want to talk about things, we yap together. Especially beginning of stream. I have a lot of fun. Yeah. But this should be like all of the like general consensus of like stuff. Otherwise, you know the news. I'm still working on Bios Stretch Sense. I haven't done any testing yet. I've been too tired. I took a nap and then I woke up and then I got ready and then I'm here. What do you call it? Still need to work on the 3D stuff. I need to be able to sing for the 1K subscriber on YouTube celebration. And then we'll play a new game, which you guys have been looking forward to. And yeah, that should be everything. For anyone new who wanted to stay in the loop, you can join our Discord. We're using Discord still for the time being. If we find something else, I will let you guys know. But the place you will hear about it first is on the Discord. That is our hub, our community hub. Aside from that, I'm racking my brain here, make sure I got everything. I think that's everything. We're still looking for editors and asset assembly members. So if making 3D objects or doing edits or just helping around backstage sounds something you'd be interested in, scroll down on the Twitch about stuff, and there should be a bunch of links to different documents. Bird Vessel, thank you, has put one in chat for the asset architects. The more hands we have on deck, the easier it is to do things. And so if you've been looking to help out you really could use the help. If you open up those documents, you do not need to sign up for anything. You can just look at the document. It will not track, in a way that I can see anyway, or the team. It will not track who opens the document unless you submit a form. So if you just want to check it out, don't be shy. You can open it up and it will just give you a rundown of everything you need to know. If you have any questions at all about it, please let me know. Yeah. That's everything, guys. I stream, for those that don't know, every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 10 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. MST, or 7 p.m. PST. So I will be streaming again on Thursday, probably with some Lantern Rite stuff. I need to make a banner and stuff before then. I'm hoping I have enough energy to get that together. Otherwise, I'll stream it on Sunday, and we'll do Cult of the Lamb next time. But yeah. Think you got it. 1 p.m. for AEST? AEST. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. I'll look that up later. But I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Till then, take care, stay awesome, and parade the positive chaos. You guys are awesome. Bye bye.